Hey, y'all. I know it's been a minute. I've had a lot going on, but I had to say something about this church thing. Don Lemon, or whatever the hell his name is. A gentleman came up to me the other day. He knows I'm a veteran. He knows that I've been trained, and he's worried. He's worried that people are going to come into our church and hurt the people in the church. I go to a church out in the middle of BFE. I mean, seriously, it's out in the middle of nowhere. So I'm not real concerned about that, but it's a real concern of his, and it's concern. I can see it in the eyes of the other parishioners. So I'm doing that. And you know what? Yeah, I know this is going to get me in a lot of trouble with a lot of Christians and everything because we're supposed to turn the other cheek. And you know what? I got no more cheeks to turn. I'm done turning. Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. Well, you know what? You come in my church screaming that stuff, doing any of that Allah Akbar or any of that stuff, I'm going to make the introduction. I'm not going to carry a gun. I will do it with my hands, and I will make the introduction. I am now the founder of the 72 and U. First Tennessean 72 and U. How's that? That's beautiful. I like that. No, I'm not just going to stand there and take it anymore. I'm tired. And I am in fear of my life. I'm not going to take it because if I stand there, you're just going to beat me to death. Screw that. I'm going to fight back. And I know I'm not the only one who feels this way. I watch these videos of these kids getting attacked, getting pummeled, people getting ripped out of their cars. You open my car door, that's you, man. That was a mistake that you should have never done. And I don't want to hear your family crying about how you were a model citizen and everything. You should have kept your ass at home or in school or at work, not ripping people out of their cars. I am scared in America. And you know what happens to people like me when we get scared? The last thing you want to do is push a veteran to the point they scared, because at that point they get dangerous. Now I mean this from the bottom of my heart. I don't want war. If you look at some of my other videos back there, you'll hear me talk about it. War is ugly, but you guys have already declared war. You took a shot at the president. You shot this conservative father of two because you didn't like what he said. He hurt your feelings. Well, you know something? Feelings don't hurt as much as broken bones. I mean, seriously. I don't know what else to do. I'm not going to wait for 911. I'm not going to stand there and let it happen. So we're going to go inside that church. Just remember, there's going to be somebody like me in that church who's had it. You've crossed the line. This is the line. You've crossed the line. And you know what happens when you cross the line? Well, you finally hit the find out part. I can't say what will happen because it'll get taken down because I hurt somebody's bloody feelings. Well, you know what? My feelings are hurt. That wasn't even my faith that they were, the church, that wasn't even my church they were going into. Americans, and especially you in Minnesota. Minnesotans, the people from Minnesota have a proud tradition. Why are you guys cowering in dark crevices and letting this evilness go on, waiting for the government to help us? Well, the government's helping. I don't understand how it got a foothold in the first place. I really don't. And I guarantee you it's not going to rise up. You want to keep rising? Okay. I can do this calm. I can do this real calm. We're not taking it anymore. You come at us, at least me. You come at me. I'm an old man. I got osteoporosis. I have a long list of health issues. So I've got more days behind me than in front, and the ones that are in front of me, they ain't looking too good. You know, I'm hitting that adult diaper, just old, can't make it. No, I don't want that senility kicking in. No, I don't want that. So you know what? Okay, you gonna rise up? Well, I'll be the cabin father, and I'll take as many of you heathenous bastards I can with me. So, yeah, come into a church raising hell. Because I guarantee you, I'm not the only one feels this way. There are a lot of men out there that feel this way. And we just ain't going to take it. And if I am the only one, then so be it. Fuck the rest of y'all pansy-ass bastards. You call yourself Americans and you allow this shit in your country. Yeah, if I'm the only one, then so be it. Anyway, that's all I got. God love you. Peace out. Tell the truth. Say your prayers. And for the love of God, be nice to each other.